Okay, welcome to an episode of Stuff About Stuff, where we talk about stuff, of course. Today, we're going fishing in Malibu, California, Los Angeles. It's early morning, it's about 5:30 in the morning. First up, I have to feed my horses. Hello, come here. She only likes me when I feed her, right? Okay, so here we are, fishing at our fishing spot, which is Malibu. Check it out. Pretty nice. Okay, what we're doing is down here we're getting mussels. Mussels we use as bait. We've got to get them off the rocks. It's low tide, so we can get down there. Eddie's, our mate's already down there, if you can see him. But let's do this. And we've got our mussels. We're going to run them on. Let me turn the mic around. We're going to run them on this rig. I've just got an 8-foot pole, and there's two sorts of rigs you can put on it. One's a Carolina rig, which is a running sinker, we call it in Australia. And one is just a rig with two bits of bait, right? Regular rig. Okay, so we're fishing with mussels, and this is the mussel. And what we do is we split it down the center like this. I'm not going to be teaching you how to fish today, by the way, because I don't know how to fish. I'm just showing you what I've been taught. Pete over here is going to show us how to fish. And Eddie. Alright, so we open up this mussel, look. Bam! Watch how Pete hooks it on. We saw some guys fishing like this the other day, just catching one after another. We tried it and we've caught a handful of fish with it, so it's not the easiest way to bait a...
No, it's very hard.
To bait a hook though, is it?
Very difficult.
You've got to really get into that base and hang it so it...
That's how I do it.
Boom, there we go. And they see that floating around, they get in there, take a few bites, and before you know it, they're in my belly. Get in my belly. Yeah, beautiful sun. So we're going for corbina, croaker,
Great whites.
and great whites, and some dolphin. Apparently dolphin tastes like tuna, and you're allowed one dolphin per person apparently in Malibu. Apparently that's the deal. So, is that right? Absolutely. See, you heard it first from Eddie. Now we're going for corbina and even a halibut. Apparently halibut's tasty eating. We've caught a corbina. It's delicious, white, flaky meat, and so is croaker. Delicious. Fishy. Yeah, fishy. Okay, here we are, day 2. So we went fishing, didn't catch anything, and so we're out again next morning. Same spot. We're down in Malibu. Here with Pete. Say hi, Pete.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on? So we're fishing down the rocks. We're going to go for some corbina and halibut. So just to be clear, we're not teaching you how to fish. I'm not teaching you how to fish. We're going to learn how to fish, and you're coming to learn with us. All right, let's go. Okay, so we're going to run through the bait. So what bait have we got, Pete?
Okay, we've got mussel, and it's the type of mussel that's off the shell. So we'll end up having to tie it on with sewing thread. It's a real easy process, just kind of messy. Then we also have shrimp
Shrimp.
that will hook with shell on. which is always a good bait. And we also have lugworms, which is kind of new to me, but we're going to give it a shot.
Cool. And yeah, we'll run it through as we put it on the hook. Now's the time, if you haven't, to subscribe and click the notifications and learn some stuff about some stuff, yeah? Cool, see you then. Okay, so here we are at the beach. We're fishing here, nobody here, which is great. So it's kind of good high tide, no waves, nice and overcast. Not many other fisher people, men, and yeah, got our coffees.
See if we can get that Corbina.
Get some Corbina. Let's get some Corbina. How do you like my American accent? Let's get some Corbina. All right, let's go. Okay, rigging up with the regular high-low rig with a sinker and then 2 hooks. This is how I'm putting the hooks on. Check it out. So it goes through here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm just going to do it anyway. And if it's good, you'll see it in the final cut. Okay, so it's through the hole twice. Then from there, around the inside, I wrap it around. Look at that. I wrap it around this loose one around the wire and the barb, so it wraps around the barb of the hook, or the shaft of the hook, whatever you want to call it. And this goes through and through and through a few times, about 4 to 5, and then push it through that little bit at the top. A bit fidgety, and if I didn't have to do it directly to the camera, it's a little bit easier. Not that I am getting it directly to the camera, but yeah, that's it. Get that. Put it through there. Oh, come on. Not out the hook, but past the line on the shaft of the hook. Look. There you go, made it easier for myself. Put that through there. Pull that. Dung dung dung, hopefully that will come up nicely. There, see that? And you snip this off with your teeth because you live in the wild. Alright, and then I put this on the line. Check it out. And Pete's giving me this. He said spin it round and 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 round the bait. The hook.
Thread to tie it on with, that's all it is.
So he's hooking that on about 50 times, right, Pete?
As many times as I can just to get it around the hook, and then I'll take my thread. Sorry about that.
So he just wraps it around. He doesn't even tie it because it's just way too thicky and giggly, but it actually sticks, right?
Yeah, it stays on there. As long as you wrap it enough times, and believe me, sometimes it's hard to get off when you want to change your bait out. Now we just started.
First cast. No, this guy's caught nothing. So, just to give you an update, yeah, we've got nothing. So it's going well. Maybe now's the time. Look at this guy. He's grabbing. See what he's got? It's a sand crab. That's what he does. Grabs the sand crabs, pecks them open.
Nice little Corbina. Nice little Corbina.
Hey, I got one.
There you go. Up a crab?
Yeah. Okay.
There you go, man. Corbina on a sand crab.
We're rolling. Just
That's
look,
the way to do it.
Let's make sure that's rolling. Is the dot on? Yeah, cool. Okay, so that's a pretty decent sized Corbina.
Yeah, that's a good, say 18 inches. That's a keeper.
That'll feed both of us, all right?
That'll feed both of us tonight.
One
It'll
good
feed all
for
three of us, yeah, for sure.
All
Let's
right.
get one more.
One more and we are.
All right,
Look at
cool,
that.
man.
That's a pretty decent size.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Corvina is a pretty popular fish in California.
See, and you got it on that open clam, on that open shell.
No,
huh?
I didn't.
Oh, you got it on the crab? No, you had two.
I got it on the sand crab. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Which is good because they sit on that line really easy, and for a long time they don't come off like the mussels.
Yeah.
I got him good.
There you go.
There we go. He's got to be a good 20 inches there.
Yeah, I'd say a good 20 inches. I can't see anything, but let's see. Hope we're getting it good.
All right.
All right, man. Cool.
Round 2. So Pete thought he was snagged. It actually has it's a leopard shark. It's a teeny weeny leopard shark. All right, look at that. Leopard shark. We wanted to catch one of these. This is definitely too small. Right?
Look at this shit, dude.
Ah,
Other
this
line.
line. This is the nightmare of fishing, eh? And you, little bugger, you'll be going back, obviously. Can you just grab sharks? Is there a trick to them?
No.
Look how cute they are. Oh. Let's get this out of your mouth. And we're on our way home. We caught the Corvina. We did all right. We actually caught it on the crab, the sand crab, which is this tiny little crab, light crab. So we caught on that, and that mussel seemed to be best. Anyway, we're going to go home for a catch and cook. Okay, here we are. Got the Corvina. Alright, we've got 4 minutes of footage time left on this before my thing runs out. So I'm going to try and fillet it in that time. So, starting from the back. Let's go. We start from the butthole and come all the way up past the middle of the two fins. And it's rather easy, a bit gross, but you just take the guts out, right? Everything comes out in one. It's like a package set. The organs, word organ, organized comes from the word organs because they're so organized in the body. Did you know that? Greek word. Anyway, check out this. So we've got this ball here, and that's done. That's pretty much the gutting done. Easy part. You've got this red in here, and apparently that gives it the fishy flavor, so it's good to get that out somehow. I don't know, I'm not an expert. I've seen it done a couple of times, and I've done it a couple of times. There we go, look. And apparently if you get this out, you can have it less fishy tasting, more sweet, more buttery. Okay, so from in here, we're going to fillet this by cutting, not the traditional way of doing it, but just sort of down one side here like this, you know. And here we go, and getting it through both sides, coming all the way to try to get as much meat as possible. And then down the outside. I usually try to like it go close so we don't waste a whole lot. And I don't mind cooking it with a bit of bone and then just picking the bones out, even if I batter it, because I prefer to have the extra fish and just pick out a few. If you do it right, you only have to pick out 6 or 7 bones, not dozen. Okay, so we're cutting these fillets off. here. And then we cut it through to the top. Listen to me groan. It's taking so much effort. Okay. That's not a bad job, I think, considering I don't do it very often. Alright. That's one big fillet of fish. There's my hand. There's a couple of bones up here, like I said. But they're easy to just pick out, and instead of trying to cut it off and lose all that meat, I will cut off these fins. That's it. And let's cut around this fin, just because, and there's a few bones in here, so it's good to cut off this little corner, I think. Okay, without cutting my finger. I'm cutting it away from my finger, don't panic. Not that anybody cares out there watching, probably. Going, we don't give a shit, it's not my finger. Anyway, catching fish in LA is fun. Lots of places, lots of things to do. Look at that piece of fish. Bam! You do have to, just quickly, you do have to scale it. So here's the scaling after you fillet it. So I filleted the other side, as you can see. Forgot to mention the scaling, then thought I'd better show you the scaling, because otherwise you get scales in your fish. Now, you can peel this skin off. You just leave it on and it should break off nice and easily. I need to be shown how to take the skin off without wasting much. I think it's probably easy with bigger fish and more meat. Anyway, thanks. Stay tuned.